Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And once again, this is the all-time chart. We're sitting here just under 54 cents. It was another green day for XRP, but no major price movement. I'm showing you the all-time chart because all of a sudden there's this new narrative going around. People are saying expect a major pullback right before we blast off. And a lot of people are saying that pullback can take us below 30 cents. Now, if you look at the chart, it kind of happened right here as well. A pull down and then a blast off. Same thing kind of happened in 2021. Small pullback, then we blast off. Now, 2021 was a lot different than this upcoming run. Back in 2021, the Ripple vs. SEC case was very fresh in people's minds. XRP was already removed off of a lot of major exchanges. XRP is back on those exchanges once again. And I stress that nothing is holding us back this time around. I keep seeing people saying that alt season is canceled for XRP. They're absolutely wrong. This comes from Eric. At least you explain with facts and not feelings. Feelings got nothing to do with making money. We could drop to 30 cents and I'd just laugh and buy more. You know, I always said it. When you get into crypto, you gotta leave your feelings at the door. Even when the SEC filed the appeal on that judge's decision, right away I seen people saying, that's it, it's over for XRP. Forget a run-up for XRP this time around. You're gonna be waiting until 2028. But all those people are full of shit. And people sell because they listen to these people. That's why I'm telling you, you cannot get emotional on bad news. You just got to continue to hold strong. Because this run is going to happen whether you are holding XRP or not. Do you know all those same people that sold will be right back here once XRP takes off? The difference is they're going to be buying at much higher prices. You cannot get emotional when you're a crypto investor. This is just in. Robinhood's chief legal officer to replace Gensler as SEC chair under Trump. Speculation rises that Dan Gallagher could take over as SEC chair if Trump wins, potentially bringing a pro-crypto shift in regulation. This has big implications for the Ripple case. Robinhood is acquiring Bitstamp. Bitstamp and Robinhood are building a derivatives exchange on the XRP ledger. I'm going to do another video for later today where I talk about the derivatives market. But you know, I remember when Gary was first becoming the chair at the SEC. Everybody thought it was great. They were like, oh, he's going to be so pro-crypto. Wow, were we totally wrong. I think what happened with Gary was he was bought and paid for by the big banks. And I think a lot of these corrupt politicians got in Gary's head early on. These politicians that also work for the big banks. You know, they don't want innovation to push ahead in this country. They want people paying fees to move their money for remittances, things like that, because that's how these banks continue to make more and more money year over year. But if we got somebody in there that is pro-crypto, innovation could push ahead in this country. You know, if Gary wasn't so anti-crypto, the US would be a major crypto hub all throughout the world. It would be massive. But instead, we got the crypto crackdown. SEC exec who signed off on the Ripple case appeal facing bar complaint. So this guy, Tenrero, was also involved in several other cases involving crypto projects, including lawsuits against Debtbox and Veritaseum. On October 4th, holders of Veritaseum's native token started filing a bar complaint against the SEC's chief enforcer. For context, a bar complaint is a civil accusation filed against a lawyer. If the bar deems the grievances fit, cases handled by the legal practitioner would be reviewed, and the lawyer will face debarment if the association finds any misconduct. Now, we know there's misconduct because the SEC is stepping outside the law when they're doing a lot of these crackdowns on crypto. Let's see what happens here. But it's nice to once again see someone fighting back. FOMOPay, a Ripple payments partner, is now the first Visa QR code acquirer and processor in Singapore. This process aims to streamline the integration of digital payment methods for small and medium-sized businesses. Once again, we're seeing more expansion happen for RippleNet and for XRP as well. But this isn't just happening with Visa, it's also happening with MasterCard. Both of them are working with Ripple. Going forward, there's not going to be a need for a card anymore because everything is going to be done by QR code. We're already pushing in that direction. The thing I don't like about this is that it's pushing us towards cashless society at the same time. BlackRock says 83% of millennials hold crypto. So if you're a financial advisor who doesn't know how to talk about digital assets, it's going to be very hard to earn that client. Take a listen.
Hundreds of millions of people that are investing in these digital assets, but they're holding it away from their financial professionals. That these individuals are buying assets, holding it onto it themselves, and they're not allowing financial professionals to help manage it alongside stocks and bonds, to help them understand the tax consequences of these assets. Over 80%, 4 out of 5 millennial millionaires in the United States own crypto. So if you're a financial advisor and you're trying to get that next client of the future, you want to be able to offer your services to a millennial, a high-earning millennial, and you don't know how to talk about digital assets or talk about the value that you can provide as a financial professional with respect to crypto, it's going to be very hard to earn that trust and to earn.
You know, I remember back in 2022, when I first started this channel, I used to randomly call all these financial advisors, and I would talk to them about crypto. And right away, they would say, you don't want to put your money into crypto. It's very risky. It's very volatile, and you could lose all your money. Then right away, they would always go on to talk about some other options that they offered. But I think going forward, any financial advisor that isn't talking about crypto is going to end up losing most of their clients. Because now people are starting to wake up. They're starting to realize that the stock market is rigged. And if you're not already rich, you're just not making money in the stock market. That's what's great about crypto. Crypto is something that the everyday 9-to-5 working person can take a little bit of their paycheck, put money in week over week, and all of a sudden end up being retired in a matter of only a couple of years. Because crypto offers massive gains. Wait until XRP takes off. All of a sudden, people are going to be making life-changing money very fast. And that's what's great about this space. But take notice, BlackRock also wants you to be talking to financial advisors about where to store your crypto, things like that. No, thank you. I will handle my own crypto holdings. That's the way I look at it. I've been here long enough, and I understand this space well enough to handle my own crypto holdings. I don't need to outsource it to someone else. But financial advisors are going to have a tough road ahead if they're not getting involved with crypto. This comes from Blue Hawk Legend. Wow, To even suggest governments do this is beyond words. What a shame this professor is. So an academic paper suggests governments should attack public blockchains. So the author of the paper outlined several methods of undermining trust in permissionless blockchains, including 51% attacks, price suppression, and Sybil attacks, a type of malicious activity in which a single user creates multiple accounts to manipulate a network. The author asserted, the user's confidence in the networks may be significantly undermined by successful attacks on networks, which could undermine the trust of the blockchain community in the ability of the network's protocol to ensure smooth operation. However, the paper also argued that these methods should be used as a last resort to combat money laundering, after other policy initiatives such as blacklisting wallet addresses, flagging transactions, sanctions, and other regulations have been exhausted. So think about that. They're talking about a 51% attack. That brings me back to what Brad Garlinghouse said about Bitcoin. But do you think this is right in any way? I don't think so. And I think it's a lot of overstep once again. To be attacking these networks because they're not doing what you want them to do is wrong in so many ways. Ripple CEO telling you Bitcoin is for miners in China with 80% of mining power, eligible for a 51% attack. Maybe you should listen, Bitcoin maxis. I don't know. XRP can't ever have a 51% because of escrow and distribution Ripple planned long ago. Take a listen to what Brad says here.
Is Bitcoin really as decentralized as many people think?
These pools of mining capacity, and mining meaning CPUs. So you think about where would you have concentration. So what has happened is you have 80% of Bitcoin mining occurs in China. You actually have 4 miners who control more than 50% of the compute power of the Bitcoin blockchain. The reason why that's significant is if you have more than 51% of the kind of compute power, you could actually change the blockchain. You could change, people talk about it as well, it's decentralized, it's immutable, you can't be changed, except if you have 51% of the compute power.
So think about that. And what is China doing right now? They're pushing towards a gold-backed digital currency. They want to make a digital yuan, and they want to back it by gold. So if Bitcoin is showing any type of competition to their CBDC, they could easily attack Bitcoin. They could just change Bitcoin forever. And that is always something, if I was a Bitcoin holder, that I would be worried about. Because everything that you were ever told is never going to happen, eventually ends up happening. Crypto firm FTX won court approval to fully repay customers whose digital assets were locked on the platform when it imploded nearly 2 years ago. So all of that $16 billion is ending up back in these people's hands. Now, are they going to right away put that money right back into crypto? I would like to hope that at least maybe 70-80% of those people return to crypto, because I'm sure some of them would rather take the money and get caught up on bills, because inflation has been crushing people for years now, and it doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. But I do believe a lot of that money will end up back in crypto. Then there's this. Mark Cuban says FTX and Three Arrows Capital would still be operating if Gary Gensler did his job. So if FTX wants to loan out all their Ethereum, you have to do what they did in Japan. You have to have 95% collateral, and 95% of anything needs to be put in cold storage. If he had followed the same rules for crypto that Japan did, FTX would still be in business. Sam Bankman-Fried might still be in jail, but FTX and Three Arrows Capital, they'd still be in business because he did the wrong thing. You know what was wrong with FTX? once again, we had corrupt politicians involved. There was a lot of money laundering happening. Gary was told to turn his head and ignore what was going on at FTX. Then all of a sudden, the crash happened. Then they started pushing for crypto regulations. But I think they found another way to launder money, and I think it happened through Tether. And that's why Tether is still with us today. But they all know this is eventually going to come to an end. And when that time comes, they will do the same thing with Tether. Regulations will come, and it will just be the end of Tether. And a lot of these skeletons that are in a lot of these politicians' closets will die with Tether. And Ripple wants a high-priced XRP. Take a listen.
Brad G says XRP going up in price is good for Ripple.
What about the revenue model? How do you guys make your money? Is it per transaction?
There's two things we think about, and I'm fond of describing. I grew up in Kansas. When my mom asks me what we do, like, Mom, we sell software to banks. We sell a software license. We have transaction fees. We have professional services fees. We also we own a lot of this digital asset. Anything we do that's good for that digital asset is good for us. So if you're a gold mining company, you care about, you have a lot of reserves, you care about the value of gold. If you're Exxon, you care about the value of oil. So, we sell software to banks. We think about how to create value both in that context, but also in the overall context of what's the value of the gold we have in the.
So Ripple wants a high-priced XRP. Brad sat there and said that XRP is like Ripple's gold. So as XRP goes up in value, it also becomes better for on-demand liquidity as well. And the reason I wanted to point that out is because now you got all these people right away saying, Ripple doesn't care about XRP. That's why they created RLUSD. But RLUSD is actually going to bring value to XRP. And, it's easy to say that when you're looking at XRP sitting under 54 cents. But wait until XRP sitting well above a dollar, and then well above $10, and then well above $20 and beyond. All of a sudden, that narrative is going to change very fast. And people are going to believe in the value of XRP, because utility is going to bring real value. It's the same thing that's holding up Bitcoin right now. It's the belief that Bitcoin can go higher. The problem with Bitcoin compared to XRP is a lot of that value is fake Tether value. It's Tether printing value out of thin air and then propping Bitcoin up with it. For XRP, when utility is driving the price and the belief is that the price can go higher, more and more people will be investing into XRP. And it's going to continue to drive the price for years to come. Everybody thinks all of a sudden we're going to get this flip of the switch moment, and that's going to be it for XRP. The price will only ever be that amount. But the problem is this. It's going to be utility, and that utility is going to bring more value year over year. And that's why passive income is going to be a better option for anyone that holds XRP. Because as that value keeps going up year over year, your passive income will go up year over year, and you'll never have to sell your XRP. That's the end game for me. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.